Statements claiming that Bersatu Deputy President Hamzah Zainuddin is resigning as opposition leader are false, according to his team. This clarification came after reports circulated late last night about his alleged resignation. Yesterday, two separate statements were reportedly issued by Hamzah, one about resigning from unspecified positions within Perikatan Nasional and another about stepping down as opposition leader. Hamzah's office has confirmed that both of these statements are not true. Hamzah is one of PN's deputy chairpersons alongside the presidents of PAS and Gerakan. The false statements were widely shared after several Bersatu leaders resigned from their posts in PN following Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin's resignation as PN chief. Muhyiddin's departure came amid an uproar from PAS over Bersatu's coup against the party in Perlis. His resignation has paved the way for PAS to potentially take over the leadership of PN. While we are on the topic of Perlis, the state's legislator Speaker Ruzali Izan has retracted a notice to the Election Commission stating a need for by-elections in 3 seats in the state. However, the seats which were previously held by PAS assembly persons who had sided with Bersatu in a power struggle will remain vacant. The 3 Ridwan Hashim, Fakrul Anwar Ismail, and Saad Saman had lost their seats after PAS triggered the state's anti-hopping law by forfeiting their party membership. In a press conference, Ruzali said that there was no further need for by-elections in the 3 seats as PAS had pledged to support the new Perlis state government led by Bersatu. He stated that as such, he finds that the majority of the Perlis government is not threatened by the 3 vacancies. As such, there is no need for by-elections in those seats. Under Malaysian law, by-elections are not mandatory for legislators that have completed 3 years of their term. Perlis had passed this milestone on December 19th, while the 3 vacancies were only announced on December 25th. At the time, PAS and Bersatu were at loggerheads after 5 Bersatu state lawmakers and the now seatless trio staged a coup against Shukri Ramli as Menteri Besar. From now on, you can also listen to Kini News on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. Meanwhile, a Bersatu leader said that PAS will likely lead Perikatan Nasional following the departure of several top office holders from Bersatu. The Bersatu source, who declined to be named, also dismissed claims that the opposition coalition is close to collapsing due to the recent resignations, saying instead that PN is undergoing a leadership transition, with PAS likely to assume the helm. Separately, Bersatu Information Chief Tun Faisal Ismail Aziz said the coalition's Supreme Council will make the final decision on filling the vacant posts, including the PN chairmanship. He also refuted suggestions that the Perlis crisis and the resignations would ruin PN. When contacted by Malaysia Kini, he said Bersatu is still a component of PN, and as of now, there is no change in policy. He added that the question of who will serve as chairperson will be referred to the PN Supreme Council for a decision. Tun Faisal also defended Muhyiddin Yassin's resignation, saying the Bersatu president was not seeking to hold on to any PN positions. He claimed that after the 15th general election, Muhyiddin had proposed that PAS take over the coalition's top post, but the party declined. According to him, PAS had also previously turned down the position of parliamentary opposition leader. Still on the topic, Selangor PAS Youth has called on the party's central leadership to sever ties with Bersatu, saying the current cooperation brings no benefit to the party's political struggle. Its chief, Sukri Omar, said a new and more solid Malay-based political coalition must be urgently formed to prepare for the upcoming elections. He added that with the new year, Malay political forces need to unite under a stronger and more stable alliance. Speaking to reporters yesterday, Sukri said cooperation must be forged whether with UMNO or other parties to face the next elections. He also expressed disappointment with Perikatan Nasional, particularly its relationship with Bersatu, which he said lacked clear direction due to acts of betrayal. Sukri stressed that Selangor PAS Youth firmly urges the party's central leaders to cut ties with Bersatu and move forward by building a larger coalition. He added that there remains room for renewed cooperation with UMNO even in a form and under a name different from Muafakat Nasional. If UMNO is willing to rebuild Muafakat Nasional 2.0, even under a different name, that is not an issue. What matters is prioritizing the interests of Malay Muslims and the people as a whole, he said. Sukri also urged PAS supporters who are upset by current political developments to continue backing the party regardless of the coalition it joins. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. PKR's Petaling Jaya MP Lee Chien-chung has also commented on the issue within PN. In a post on Facebook, he said the unraveling of PN is not entirely unexpected. He stated that despite its strong performance in the last general election and previous state elections, PN has little to blame but itself. Lee claimed that over the past 3 years, PN has failed to articulate a single compelling policy proposition that resonates with the public or meaningfully competes with the government. He said it has not consistently advanced alternative budgets, demonstrated strong governance in the 4 states it controls, or convinced the public of its administrative competence. He added that public perception of these states remains largely unfavorable. He also claimed that its parliamentary performance has also been lackluster, with poor attendance and engagement, which undermines its role as an effective check and balance. Instead, he said PN has leaned heavily on racial and religious narratives, a strategy that has alienated many Malaysians who reject divisive politics and dulled its own support over time. In short, he stated that PN has neither positioned itself as a credible, policy-driven opposition nor offered a constructive alternative vision for the rakyat. He added that under such conditions, internal frictions are inevitable, and in the absence of unifying leadership, these tensions quickly escalate into fragmentation. He also said that if they are not careful, similar circumstances could also apply to the unity government. The police recorded a statement from Malaysia Kini Executive Editor R.K. Anand this afternoon in relation to the Sabah mining scandal. Anand's laptop was also seized to facilitate investigations. This is over a police report filed in Sabah by Parti Solidariti Tanah Airku President Jeffrey Kitingan, who is one of those implicated in the scandal. The statement was recorded at the Petaling Jaya District Police Headquarters. In September, business person Albert Tay claimed that he had given Jeffrey bribes and had also revealed a support letter Jeffrey purportedly wrote for a sand mining license application. The veteran Sabah politician denied Tay's claims and denied any wrongdoing. Kitingan said the conversation appeared to be about political donations years ago, before the election, and claimed they had nothing to do with the mining scandal that implicated a slew of Sabah Assembly persons recently. The veteran politician added that star leaders had never applied for mining licenses, either personally or under the party's name. The MACC had questioned Jeffrey in September, but there have been no developments since then. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.